9-year-old Liam had spent months planning this. For the longest time, he'd been saving a few coins here and there, skipping lunches, and resisting the allure of vending machine snacks at school. Today, he'd finally gathered enough, or so he thought, to buy his mom a birthday present. He'd already made her a card in art class, but he wanted something more, something special that would show her how much she meant to him. Clutching his crumpled bills and loose coins in his pocket, Liam took a deep breath and pushed open the door of the jewelry store. The glint and sparkle of necklaces and bracelets reflected on the polished glass counters, and he felt a surge of excitement. This was it, the day he could surprise his mom with something she'd never expected. "Hello, young man," the store clerk greeted him, smiling warmly. Liam returned the smile shyly, then made his way to the counter where an array of bracelets lay glittering under the lights. He pointed to a delicate silver one, envisioning how it would look on his mom's wrist. "How much is that one?" he asked. The clerk, a kind-eyed man in his 50s, looked at the price tag and then back at Liam. He saw him eagerly reach into his pockets and start pulling out his money, a mix of crumpled bills and a handful of coins. Gently, he counted his savings. His expression softened. "I'm afraid it's a bit more expensive than what you've got here," he said softly, returning his money. Liam's face fell, and he gazed back at the bracelet, his eyes full of longing. "Is there anything else? Maybe something smaller?" he asked, looking at him hopefully. "You've got a lot of heart, young boy, but jewelry is pretty pricey," he explained gently. Liam nodded, trying to hide his disappointment as he peered back into the glass cases. The clerk watched him for a moment, clearly feeling for the little boy who'd come in with such a big dream, only to leave empty-handed. A boy entered the jewelry shop to buy a gift for his mom, but when he realized he didn't have enough money, he got ready to leave. Just then, Elon Musk suddenly appeared and left everyone in tears. Musk's gaze swept over the store, his eyes landing on the boy who was still glancing back at the bracelets with that sad, hopeful look. "Hi there," Musk greeted the clerk casually, his attention flicking between him and Liam. "I'm here to pick up something for my friend." "Of course, Mr. Musk, we have it ready for you, a lovely bracelet. It's wrapped and waiting." He gestured toward a small, elegantly wrapped box behind the counter. Elon glanced at the small package meant for Gwyn Shotwell. She wasn't just anyone, she was SpaceX's president and chief operating officer, responsible for everything from daily operations to rocket launches and company strategy. Since joining the company in 2002, Gwyn had been there almost from the beginning, playing a critical role in every major milestone the company had achieved. Elon smiled at the thought. Gwyn had become one of the most essential people at SpaceX, a rock and an inspiration to everyone, including him. The bracelet was his way of acknowledging not just her birthday, but her immense contributions to the company's success. As the store clerk continued wrapping the gift Elon had come to pick up, Elon turned his full attention back to the boy. He looked down at Liam, his expression thoughtful but kind. "So, you're here to buy something for your mom, huh?" Elon asked. Liam nodded, gripping the small paper bag the clerk had handed him with his mom's bracelet inside. "Yeah, I've been saving up for months. Skipping lunches at school sometimes, even though it made me a bit hungry." He grinned, a bit sheepishly, and added, "She's the best mom ever. She does so much for me and my little brother, but I don't have enough." He looked down at his handful of change, the hope in his face dimming. Elon's gaze softened. "That's really thoughtful of you, Liam. Most kids don't think about that stuff." Liam smiled proudly. "I even made her a birthday card. Our teacher helped me with the glitter and everything." He hesitated, then added in a small voice, "But I still wish I had more to give her. She deserves it." Elon nodded, a hint of nostalgia crossing his face. "I understand that feeling, believe me." He glanced down at the bracelet he'd picked out for Gwyn, reflecting on the past for a moment. "When I was your age, I wanted to do the same thing for my mom. She was my hero, always working hard to keep things together after my parents split up. We didn't have much, so I kept thinking about how, someday, I'd buy her anything she wanted. I couldn't wait to grow up and make enough money to spoil her. Liam looked up at him, his eyes wide. Really? You didn't have money either? Elon chuckled softly. Not even close. Things were pretty tough back then, but I think it made me appreciate her more. She was strong, and she taught me a lot about never giving up. Liam nodded slowly, absorbing Elon's words. My mum's like that too, he said. She's always tired because she works a lot, and she always worries if we're okay. I thought, maybe if I got her something nice, she'd feel happier. You know? Like she's special. Elon looked at Liam, seeing a reflection of his own younger self in the boy's hopeful face. His heart went out to him. He remembered how much he'd wanted to make his own mom feel that way too. She'd been the one constant in his life, always there to cheer him on, even when things got tough. And now, decades later, he could buy her whatever she wanted. But he still cherished those moments when a simple gesture could bring her the biggest smile. That's really amazing of you, Liam, Elon said. It's rare to see someone your age understand that, but you do. Liam shrugged, embarrassed, but pleased by the compliment. I guess. I just know how much she does for us. I just wanted to show her I appreciate it. Elon gave him a small nod of understanding. Sometimes, it's the little things that mean the most, you know? Even if it's not fancy, the thought and effort you put into it are what count. And believe me, your mom will see that. The boy beamed, but his gaze drifted to the jewelry display once more. I just wish I could do more, he murmured. She deserves more than just a card. The store clerk, finishing up Elon's package, glanced over, clearly touched by their conversation. Elon was quiet for a moment, thinking. Liam had such a big heart, and he knew the value of hard work and sacrifice. Elon recognized that spark, that same determination he'd felt as a kid. It was a rare quality, especially for someone so young. Tell you what, Elon said finally, his tone casual, but his mind already forming an idea. I know how much you want to make this birthday special for your mom. Maybe there's a way I can help you. Liam looked up at him, eyes wide with both hope and surprise. Really? Elon gave him a gentle smile, nodding. Really? Moms deserve to feel like they're the most important people in the world, don't they? Maybe I can help you make this a birthday she'll never forget. Liam looked up at Elon, his face lit with a mix of excitement and uncertainty. You said you could help me. How? What did you mean? He asked, genuinely curious. Elon gave him a small smile, glancing at the counter where the bracelet was displayed. I meant that I could help cover the cost of your mum's gift. You've saved a lot on your own, but I can pitch in the rest, so you don't have to worry about it. Liam's eyes widened. Really? You'd do that? For me? Absolutely, Elon nodded, smiling warmly. You've already done the hard part by saving up and coming all this way with a thoughtful gift in mind. Let's make sure you can walk out of here with it. Liam pointed eagerly to the delicate silver bracelet he'd been admiring since he first entered the store. That one? I know she'll love it. He turned to Elon with a shy smile. Thank you. I didn't think anyone would help me buy it. Elon turned to the store clerk. We'll take this bracelet, please. And could you wrap it up nicely? The clerk smiled knowingly. Of course, sir, he replied, picking up the bracelet with a gentle hand. He reached under the counter and pulled out a selection of decorative papers, fanning them out for Liam to see. Which wrapping would you like, young man? He asked. Liam scanned the colors, his eyes settling on a simple white sheet. Can we use that one? He asked, holding it up to Elon. I have some pink paper at home, and I was going to stick it on top so it matches my card. Elon grinned, nodding in approval. White's a great choice. It'll be perfect with the pink you have at home. The clerk began to wrap the bracelet, folding the white paper carefully around the box, tucking in the corners, and finishing it with a neat bow. Elon watched as Liam stood there, almost bouncing on his heels, his eyes shining as he waited for the gift to be ready. As the clerk carefully wrapped the bracelet in crisp white paper, Elon reached into his pocket and pulled out his wallet. He extracted a sleek black card and handed it to the clerk, who nodded appreciatively and processed the payment with practiced efficiency. Turning back to Liam, Elon held out the boy's crumpled bills and coins. "Here you go," he said, placing the money back into Liam's small hands. Liam looked up, confusion clouding his eyes. "But shouldn't you just add this to what you paid? I mean, I wanted to help pay for it." Elon chuckled softly, shaking his head. "I had another idea. How about you use this money to buy your mom some flowers on your way home? I bet she'd love that." Liam's face lit up with a radiant smile. "Really? Flowers and a bracelet? That would be amazing. She loves flowers." Elon nodded with a warm smile spreading across his face. "Exactly. A beautiful bracelet and a bouquet of her favorite flowers. Sounds like the perfect birthday surprise, don't you think?" Liam's excitement was palpable. "This is going to be the best birthday she's ever had. Thank you so much." Elon placed a gentle hand on Liam's shoulder. "You're a good kid, Liam. Your mom is lucky to have you. Just remember to give her a big hug and tell her how much you love her." "I will," Liam promised, clutching his money tightly. "Thank you again. I didn't catch your name." Elon smiled, a twinkle in his eye. "Just a friend who wanted to help. Take care, Liam." With that, Elon turned and walked toward the door, the bell chiming softly as he exited the shop. Liam watched him go, with a sense of wonder and gratitude filling his heart. "Do you know who that was, kiddo?" the clerk asked, raising his eyebrows. Liam looked up, still a bit dazzled by everything that had just happened. "No, just a nice guy who helped me buy my mom's gift," he said, grinning. The clerk chuckled. "That wasn't just any nice guy. That was Elon Musk." Liam's eyes grew wide, and he repeated the name, processing it slowly. "Elon? Musk?" "Yep," the clerk replied with a nod. "The man who makes those Tesla cars. You've probably seen them around, yeah?" Liam's jaw dropped a little as the pieces began to fit together. "My friends at school talk about Teslas all the time. They think they're the coolest cars ever," he exclaimed, his excitement spilling over. "But I didn't know what he looked like. My mum doesn't let me watch much TV." The clerk's eyes crinkled with understanding. "That's probably a good thing. Less TV, more time for other stuff. Besides, now you know what he looks like. He's the one who just made your day." Liam nodded, still absorbing the fact that he'd just met someone his friends admired so much. "Wow. Wait till I tell my friends. They're not going to believe me." The clerk grinned, feeling a mix of joy and pride at witnessing such a simple but meaningful moment. As he turned back to the counter, he picked up the small white box containing the bracelet. He held it out to Liam, handling it as if it were as precious as a gemstone. "Here you go," he said warmly, extending the little box toward Liam. Liam took it carefully, holding it with both hands as if it were fragile. The bracelet's weight, though light, seemed to carry so much more, all his hopes, love for his mom, and the kindness of a stranger. "Thank you," he said quietly, his voice filled with gratitude. The clerk smiled, nodding in acknowledgement. "You're very welcome, Liam. And don't forget your promise, make sure you stop for some flowers on the way home. I'm betting your mom likes pink ones." Liam's face lit up, nodding eagerly. "Yes, I was thinking of getting her some pink roses." "Pink roses, huh? Good choice," the clerk replied approvingly. "Sounds like you've got this birthday surprise planned perfectly." Liam looked back down at the white box, holding it closer to his chest. "She's going to be so surprised," he whispered, almost as if he were talking to himself. The clerk gave him a final encouraging smile. "I think she's going to feel very lucky to have a son like you. Just remember to give her a big hug too." Liam nodded, his smile widening. "I will. Thanks again for helping me." With one last look at the box, he took a deep breath, straightened his shoulders, and headed toward the door, the little bag in one hand and his change securely tucked into his pocket for the flowers. The bell jingled as he stepped out, and the clerk watched him go, a warmth in his chest as he imagined the surprise and joy that awaited Liam's mom. If you were Liam, how would you feel meeting someone famous like Elon Musk who helped you buy a gift? Would you tell your friends about it right away, or keep it as a special secret? We'd love to hear your thoughts, so please leave a comment below. Thanks for watching. We will see you in the next video.